So this is going to be the last video that I will be doing on framing. Just to reiterate what framing is, it is essentially framing certain elements within an image to emphasize some things in the composition, but to leave out other distracting elements in the composition as well. So today, what I'll be discussing along the lines of framing is how do we take framed elements and add it when other components are involved. For example, let's say I wanted to use a framed image that I took and put it on a public service announcement poster, and that poster would be distributed among the public. How can I take that framed image and essentially have it smoothly incorporated in the PSA poster without it being just like splat rectangular image put on there? How does it blend better? How can I work with different shapes of framed items? Things like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you so I have Photoshop opened up right here right now. So if you wanna, whatever picture you're trying to open up, you go open and then your downloads, and then you look for the image that you want to open up Photoshop. So for this one, I'm just gonna use the image that I've used in the past couple videos just to make it easy for you guys. Click open. Right now my grids are showing up. You just click view and get rid of the extras and it goes away. All right, so for the first thing you wanna do is you wanna open up a layer, click new, click new and then layer, and then just click OK. And then that shows up as layer right here. And then you wanna fill in the layer too, just because we're going to be needing to work with the filled layer. So you're gonna go to edit, and then you're gonna go to fill, and then right here it's put as pattern, but you want to change it to white, and then mode normal, opacity 100, you click OK, and then obviously now the whole thing turns white. So you can change the visibility with these little eyeballs down here. So if I wanted to see my background layer like my image before and not see this white layer, I just gonna unclick that, and there we go. So I'm gonna be showing you guys specifically, let's say we want to make a circular or elliptical cutout, oval cutout of an object. So I'm going to go over here to the, so right here, let me just show you right here first. You can change whatever shape you want right here. So you can do rectangular marquee tool, elliptical, single row, single column. I'm going to show you guys just as an example the elliptical marquee tool. So you basically start in the corner and you drag it out to make that a shape. You can distort it this way to be more oval. I want to do a perfect circle, so I'm gonna do that. And then after you select it, you can move the circle around or the shape around however you want it to be placed. I want the eye to be exactly in the center, so I'm gonna leave it right about here, I'd say. And then the next thing you want to do is there are different ways you can essentially cut out your shape, depending on how you want your edges to look. You can have sharp edges where it looks like your image is just like cut out and pasted on there, like it just looks like it's clean cut. Or you can have a more blended and blurred edges, so it doesn't look like it's just like splat on there, like where it kind of looks a little weird. So I'll show you that right now. So you go ahead and you would click select, and you'd go to modify, and we're gonna go to feather. So I'm gonna show you that sharp edge look. So I'm gonna change the pixels to like 1. I'm gonna click OK. And then you're gonna go ahead and click your white layer back on, and the whole thing will turn white. And then depending on what kind of computer you have, it'll either be the backspace or the delete button. I have a MacBook, so I'm just gonna go ahead and click the delete button right now. And then it shows up just like sharp, clear edges, smooth, right, like just like that. But let's say you wanted a different look. So I'm going to click Command Z to undo all the changes I just did. All right. So you're just going to do the exact same method. You're going to go to select, modify. You're going to click feather, except now we're going to change the pixels to, I'll change it to about 30. Depending on your image and how big it is and how many pixels it's by, you might have to do more. You just have to play around with it a little bit more to get that look that you're looking for. I'm gonna go ahead and do 30 for right now. I'm gonna click OK, and then I'm gonna click that layer back on and click delete. And as you can see, that more smooth blended in edges, I typically, it depends on what you'd like to do, but I typically kind of like this look more. It doesn't look so just like copy and paste it on there. It kind of blends in more, in my own opinion, but like I said, you can use any one you'd like. And then just one more quick thing I would like to show you too is you can pretty much do so many different things with this. You can, let's say you don't even want to cut out the whole thing. Let's say you want to make a border. Go to modify and go to border. I'll keep the pixels at 30 and I'll click OK. Click that layer back on, and then you're going to click delete, and now it just shows that border right there. Obviously in an image like this I didn't want to use the border, but if you just wanted to use, like, let's say you just had a plain black image and you wanted to create your own border, that'd be useful to do this tool. And then you can apply this to any other tool. It doesn't just have to be circles. Like I said, there over here there's a rectangular one, if it would show up, a rectangular one, elliptical, rows, anything like that you'd like to use. I want to show you one more quick thing is just how to save it as a PNG. So let me go back to selecting that eyeball. I'll go to select, modify, and we'll just click feather, and we'll keep it at 30, and I'll click OK. All right, so then we have it like this. I'm going to add one more layer. I'm going to click layer, and then that'll make it layer 2. Make sure to click onto your background, and then you want to click, I'm going to go to this tool so it holds onto this, and then I'm going to click Command C just to copy it. Oh, it looks like I got rid of my layer. Let's add that back again. Okay, there we go. So I click Command C, and then I'm going to go on layer 2. I'm going to deselect layer 1 in the background. I'm going to click Command V. So now my eye is showing up on layer 2, and then I can go ahead and go to File, Save As, and then you go to the formatting right here. It's not showing up right here, so you can always just go and save as a copy. And then go to the format, and I'm going to go down to PNG and click Save. Depending on what file size you want to save it as, you just do that accordingly. I'm going to keep it as a large file size right here and click OK. And then down here it's showing saving, and then after it completes, I can go ahead and go back to my downloads, and then click the one that I just saved, and now it shows up as a PNG, and then you can use this image and add it on to whatever elements you want. I think that this is very important, especially when you want to have all these elements and contrasting components working together. Not everything can be cropped into a square, especially in posters when you have so much other stuff going on. And I think it's really important, obviously, to know how to save it with transparent background, because you don't want just a white box showing up behind it. But yeah, essentially this is how you do framing within framing, framing your photo in a way that it can be used in various spaces. And so I hope this helped you understand this idea, and thanks for watching. Bye.